Yes, I was ready to go maybe 1 hour before the transportation were supposed to arrive. Spot for me to the Panari was arranged, but there was some trouble with
They obstructed the traffic jam.
Traffic jam. So therefore I got a taxi to go to Panari Hotel. So I took transport was supposed to come at 11, but it was not there, so I decided to go with a taxi at 11:20. So I was at the Panari Hotel at 12:10. Didn't want to be late, so people had to wait for me. They're not supposed to wait for me. Supposed to wait for the bride at the wedding. It was not such a jam where I was going, so that was okay. But I've been to Kenya before a couple of times, so I know about the traffic here at that it can be quite tough, and that you can sit still for half hour, an hour, and more than that. So yeah, my family was around, so it was more relaxing because of that. And also Judy's friend Noel was very helpful and explaining, and so everybody knew what was going on. And also we got the information that the president was going to the airport, so that's why it was a delay. That's not what I'm used to, but it's normal here in Kenya, I understand. If the president of the United States comes around, then you have to close the roads, but not for the Prime Minister of Europe, of Norway. No, wouldn't understand why, because it's not necessary to do it, I think. It's a different traffical situation too, you know. Like here in Nairobi, it can be closed anyway. Not closed, but you can be stuck at any time. But that doesn't happen too often in Norway. Yeah. But you have to remember that I think it's 4 million here in Nairobi. In Norway, it's 5 million in the whole country.
My hair was done for many hours. It could not come out. I got angry. I had to go to the salon again, and it was made there, and I came back home at 11:30. No, at 12. Yeah. My hair was made the day before the wedding, so it was just to style it. Yeah, so in the morning the style was coming. My mom was to do it. My mom is a salonist, and she's the one who always do my hair. Yeah, and I told her, and she was like, yeah, I will style it for you. But now, I think because of many people at home and doing this and this, she was exhausted, and she was making it could not come out. It was on her phone, the style I wanted, and she has done that for me all the time, tying back. Now it was not coming out well. The pins were not fixing well. So I had to tell them, stop. I have to go somewhere, and this hair should be made so we can go to the wedding. It was my mom who was doing my hair. Yeah, she always does my hair. I had no problem with that. She's the one who did the relaxing and the gel and all that. So now just tying here, because of many people at home, her being anxious, and you know, sometimes even the best thing you do most, when you're anxious, it doesn't come as it normally comes. So that's what happens. So I had to go to the salon, and then, yeah, it took 30 minutes only. And then I went back home. And now I went, and my makeup, I had a makeup lady who came. She did By the time I came, everybody else was ready with their makeup. It was all good. So I went and put on my gown now. Yeah, then the process when you are putting on gown, you are also confirming where are the vehicles, but they were all stacked somewhere in traffic jam. Now there was no limo. My mom was not comfortable with it, and I don't want to do something which my family does not agree with. My mom thought the place was small for the limousine to ride in. Yeah. So she was suggesting something like Prados, and yeah, we agreed on that. But we agreed on something else because she was not comfortable with limousine, where it was going to park. I really wanted a limousine. I did not want too much argument with my mom. She has been there for me all the time. She's like my best friend. And so we agreed on doing one thing and always come to her agreement.
After the ceremony, he was also late because of the traffic jam. So, and a lot of the guests were also late because of the traffic jam. So, yeah, we thought, of course, that strange that people are not coming, because that is at least what we as Norwegians would have expected, to have like a more full house before we wait for the bride. I was quite calm, I would say. Yeah, and we also could see right outside the hotel that the traffic started to move again. And then we of course knew that she was on her way, so...
You know, it's my aunt who was driving me to the wedding, so she was like, oh my God, these people are looking at me here saying I am stuck with someone's wife. So we could just laugh and just say, oh my God, we wish this traffic officer could just open the way. My mom even called a friend who is Langata assistant OCPD, just to talk the traffic officer so they can open the road. So we go, yeah, at least then that road was opened. Then we went. Then we reached another block again at Nyayo. Then there now again we stayed like 30 minutes again. So my mom was worried. We were like, oh my God, but I told them we'll be there the day. And my best lady was like, I told you this wedding should start at 3, so we are not late. Yeah, initially she was suggesting we start the wedding at 3. And I was like, 3 is a bit late. Let's start it at 1, so by 3 we'll be at the reception. So when we were at the traffic jam, she was telling me, you are not late. We are okay. The wedding is starting at 3. That was how we were to plan it. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that's how it was meant to be. So it happened. It started at 3:10 there, yes. Saying, yeah, now I know how it feels if you see a bride's vehicle at the traffic jam. Now I was in that shoes. Now I know how it feels. You are so anxious. You're like, oh my God, people are just looking. Are they coming or she ran away? Yeah, when I reached there, somebody was telling me, we thought you ran away. And I was like, no. I was disappointed because of the traffic jam. I knew I was going to be more late than I should be. I can be late by 10, 20, 30 minutes, but not hours, But yes, I was late by 3 hours. I knew I was going to be early. I'm always early everywhere I go. I even go before the time. But now I was late for my wedding. It's a good thing I chose a garden wedding hotel. So the bishop was just calm. I told Noel to just to explain to him we are on our way.
As a token that you are the wife of my choice.
As a token that you are the wife of my choice.
And as a seal.
To our pledge of unending love.
To our pledge of unending love.
And fidelity.
And fidelity.
He said that a woman is made out of a man. A man is formed and a woman is made. I didn't quite understand what the meaning was of that, but that's what he said. And also he said that God has simple guidance for a couple in a relationship, for a married couple. That is for a man to love his wife. Simple as that.
And the woman to be submissive.
If the man loves his wife, then the woman will be submissive.
When God created man, he didn't make man. The Bible says he formed man. There are two processes God used. Man was formed, but a woman was made. That's why they look different from us, those ones who are men. They are made. They look very nice, isn't it? I mean, we just saw her catwalking here, and beautiful, beautiful. They are different from us. They are made. There's a difference between making and forming. The word form is an English word which means to shape something and to mold it, to have a mold. A thing that gives shape to other things is called a form. That's what the word is. So Adam was formed. That's why Adam is the mold by which every one of us is made. All right? So when it came to the woman, God did not have to make another mold. He went to the mold. The Bible says he took a rib out of a man's side when he was asleep. And he made a woman. Are we together?
In the Catholic Church, they perform a church wedding with all the service. You even have sacrament. You do the church offering. So me, I thought this was garden wedding, so there is no church offering. But then the pastor, when we were doing rehearsal, he said, there will be even church offering time. And I was like, really? So I was like telling my friends, and they're like, no. And we were like, oh, okay. So I was like, we'll just give 1 shilling each. No, but when it came, we just gave the offering, and everyone, I saw them giving, yeah. Because at the rehearsal, I knew, the pastor already said. So me, I knew, and we were prepared for that. We didn't because it was not part of my wedding. That is part of the church. So the church decided to do that. I was actually giving 1,000, and someone was looking at me, and he's like, that's too much. And I'm like, no, it's okay. My best lady. Yeah, she was like, Judy. Yeah, so I had to tell her, chill. She did not give. I saw it twice. They went and they went back and yeah. The ushers always do that. If you don't, they come back to you again. Maybe now you are prepared, but you're still not prepared, so they leave.
first, of course, celebration in Africa is how you celebrate. So I understood that, and it's of course it's funny to experience for me too, and also my family also, yeah, enjoyed to be a part of it. So it was good, but of course I'm not familiar with all the styles of dancing and whatever is going on, so you just have to go with the flow as good as you can.
Yeah. I was telling him you have to, you are marrying an African woman, so you try to be an African man for today.
Dinner and wedding in Norway, there's yeah, it's different with the speeches. It's different because it's always father of the bride, then the groom, then the best man. That's they always.
The people give speeches.
Always hold speeches. So I was prepared for a speech, but Judy told me that that was not
our day.
Not the style to do it here. So I was going to say that thank you to everybody who is here on behalf of me and my beautiful wife Judy, and special thank you for everybody who has come from great distance. Judy's family from
Kisumu.
Kisumu, yes, and my family from Norway. And then I would thank Judy's family for accepting me. I think that's what I had like in my mind, but not from every word from it. But
yeah, but at least now we've had it.
My father.
Yeah, he had the best speech. Oh, just him appreciating everybody and welcoming me to Norway, to know the family and to the family to get to know me, and thanking my family here for the warm welcome they give them and appreciating the wedding.
We are very happy that you have found Judy to share his life with. Judy, we want to welcome you to our family. It's been great finally to meet you. And we're looking forward to get to know you better. You are always welcome to our home in Norway. And we hope to soon host you for dinner.
The proposal was beautiful at the osteria. Okay, we went for dinner. After we were through, we were with dessert. Then I saw him back, but I did not see him when he was going down. I don't know, I was looking at my phone or something. I just all of a sudden saw somebody down on his knees. And he was like, "Oh, Judy, will you marry me?" I was speechless. I was trembling. Yeah, everybody was watching, like, "Ee." Yeah, I was so trembling. My heart was beating so hard. I was like, oh my God, this is so real. I was taking my left and I'm like, no, this is the... And he's like, no, it's left. In Norway, we do it in left. So it could not get in here. So we had to put it on the other, this finger now, the marriage finger. Yeah, so it was beautiful. planning to move to Sweden first. Yeah, because with Sweden I can get visa within 2 weeks. So he will move to Sweden. We can stay in Sweden for 1 year when we are still working on my visa. So we move to Norway after that.
The waiting time for family immigration in Norway is, yeah, it's quite long right now. They have done some reforms, so they are working on to get it back to a shorter time of, yeah, to get the permit, the immigration permit. But right now it takes too long. So then we have to
18 months.
Be creative, and moving to Sweden does it simpler. 6 or 9?
Yeah, 6 months.
But it's a new government, and they have done some reforms. I don't know exactly why. So they have a lot more issues than just family immigration. But at least for us, it's been a bad move. But yeah, hopefully it will work out well.
Yeah. Family from home I invited only 2, but yeah, my grandmother went inviting people from home. One of my mom's friend called my mom, asking her, why are you not inviting at your daughter's wedding? And my mom is like, who told you? Your mama is here inviting us. And I'm like, let me talk to her. I want to talk to my grandmother. This wedding was for few people, not everybody. Then now, they are all excited. They said, we are coming. Yes or no, we are coming. So I said, okay, you are come. Yeah, and people love wedding, and the family always want to be there. So even if you are budgeting, so we had to go back to Panari to pay for more people. We paid for 10 people. At first I paid for 70, now the number was more than 70, so I went and paid for 10 people. And we agreed with the manager there that they can only make food for that number of 80. So even if people are excess, they will just eat that. But there was enough food until some remained. We were not worried. The manager told me they will cater for everyone and the food will be enough for everybody. It was even more than 80 as I was looking around. And finally, it became a big wedding. Oh, my bridal lineup, they were my friends. Line, some were having exams. The other one stopped. She could not agree with everything we were doing. She was never coming for the meeting. Even making the bride's dresses was not easy. Every time I'm calling them, there was no any day we met all of us. Big problem. Even choosing the dresses was a problem. So me, I told them, I don't care what you will wear. Me, I just care for my gown. If you want to wear whatever you want, just do it. As long as my gown is what I want and it's fitting me, I'm good to go. I wanted 6, 2 dropped. Now I was having 4. Some I paid for, and some paid for their dresses. I met with this lady, I liked her so much, and we were so friends. And when we were planning for a wedding, when I got engaged, and I told her, I want you to be my maid of honor, and she was like, yes, I'm so happy, I will be. And I was like, yeah, I would want you also to be. And she's married to Norwegian also. So we thought the husband will be best man for Oyvind. And he was told and he agreed. Then now coming to doing the dresses, now my friend was busy all the time. She could not get time to come. Every time I send her a picture of the dresses we are doing, she's like, she doesn't like that, she doesn't like blue. Then now it reached a point where I told her, just do any dress you want. You can buy or you can do measurements, any color you want, as long as it's making you happy. Then now there was no follow-up from her. Every time I'm calling her, come, we can meet with this other lady. So we agree on the final decision on what dress are we doing or what are we doing, or even meeting the other ladies, because it's not good to meet on the wedding day. You can meet before the wedding day and you discuss even things you know each other. No, it could not come out. Then I had to SMS her and tell her, I would like to let you go because you don't have time. And she just said, okay. I had to call my other friend. Yeah, this one is a very good friend also. She's been there for me. She was cooperating. She did everything, and yeah, it came out. She came to the wedding. She came for her invitation card, and we talked, and yeah, it was okay. She gave me the best gift. I liked it. It's a sculpture of a man and a woman, like that of a wedding. Yeah, it's good.